Hey guys, what's going on? This is Quentin, aka Mr. CPMD, aka Mr. Crypto Pays Me Daily. And I am back. Today is Wednesday, November the 26th or 7th. I'm sorry, November the 27th, the day before Thanksgiving. And I'm here to bring you a very, very important. This is urgent information in regards to Move Quest. All right. Move Quest. Really just incredible update. They are absolutely delivering on the things that they have been talking about. And right now, you have a very, very limited time to take action on what I'm about to share with you about Move Quest. All right. So before I jump into it real quickly, take a second real quickly. If you support this channel and appreciate the content that's here, just stop, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so that you are aware of what's happening as soon as it happens. And then also drop a comment. All right. Drop a comment if you choose. If you have any questions, go ahead and put those down in the bottom. And if you're not a member of the CPMD private Facebook community, make sure to answer all 4 questions so that you can get into that community. All right. Now, let's jump right into it today. So we're going to talk about the MoveQuest Hatchery. The hatching is now live. And you might be asking, well, what is this? Well, if you have not been a part of the recent calls, right? We had one last night with the creator, which was an absolutely amazing call. I mean, literally broke everything down to the T. And there's no way if you have any bit of intelligence that you did not sit there and listen to that explanation and breakdown of the entire ecosystem and opportunity and the platform. There's no way in your mind that you're not sitting there saying, like, this is not incredible. There's no way that you can come to that conclusion. I don't care what you may have been a part of before, what you've seen happen before, how things maybe haven't worked for you, previously. This is just different. And this thing is going to continue to keep delivering and keep showing that it is different. And there's a reason why this is still here and running, right? We see a lot of things that come and they're here for 90 days or 6 months, and then they just completely disappear. This has not done that. It's still here. And on the contrary to whatever you might believe about this platform, this is an amazing, amazing opportunity. And it is very low risk. It does not require you to, take a lot of funds to be a part of it. It also does not require that you have to go out and bring people in to be a part of this. This is simply you going out, doing daily activities, just recording your daily physical activity and being able to submit that to get a token reward. Simple as that. I know there's people out here that say, well, if you bought the token at, $100, well, you're in a loss. Well, yeah, if that's just like any crypto at points in time, or any stock, right? You might buy a stock at the height of the price, and then there's a sell-off, and then you're holding something that is at a loss. But it is only a realized loss if you sell it at a loss, right? If you believe in whatever it is that you are purchasing, whether it's a stock, whether it's crypto, whatever it is, right? Even a currency pair, right? If you buy it at its peak and you hold on to it and it goes down in value, well, you have an unrealized loss, right? And so this is a great time to get this asset at a low price, right? And it's also a time for you to be able to accumulate some miners, right? And you get to accumulate them using your MoveQuest tokens, and you get to get those tokens back, right? You're gonna get an asset. You're gonna use your asset to get you more assets, right? And then at the end, you're gonna get your assets back. This is amazing what's happening here, guys. And if you believe in this project and you believe our token will go back up to 60, 70, 80, 100, and even higher, you want to take advantage of this because it's going quickly. There's probably 35, 40% of the MQT tokens already in this contract. And so that means there's a short opportunity for you to get in and leverage your MQT to get you more assets. Now, what I want to do is I want to first, let me make sure I have this. I want to bring this presentation up from last night just so we can kind of show you what this looks like. And then I'm going to do it for you live so that you can see what that looks like. So before I do that, I want to make sure, hold on, because I know this software, StreamYard, has been causing some issues. So let me go back and drop this link before I get too far into this. Let me let's do this 1 second, because I want to make sure that everybody can see this in all places. All right, give me just a second to get the link, and then we're going to do this live. We're going to show you. I've actually already been doing it and have put a lot into the hatchery so that I can earn these free miners. All right, so 1 second. Let me copy this link. Let me post it over here. Let's go to group. All right, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but just a sec. Okay, and post that link. Okay, boom. That is posted. I actually don't like the way that just did that. Hold on. Appreciate you guys being patient. 1 sec. I just want to make sure everybody gets an opportunity. There we go. That's what I wanted right there. And I'm going to pin it. All right. Now, let's jump in. And look at the presentation from yesterday so I can just kind of explain to you what this looks like. Let me drop this banner as well. There you go. MoveQuest Hatchery is live. Act fast. Use your MQT to mint miners. Only 100K MQT. And this closes. You can go to www.dev.movequest.com. All right. Buy MQT and just move. All right. So let me share. This is exciting, guys. It really is. It's exciting to be in what we have happening here. So this is the presentation that was used from last night. They talked about the daily distribution and, you know, how many tokens are in the reserve right now. That's great. Whatever you're mining today, remember, you're getting double. You're only receiving half. Once this ecosystem is big enough and sustainable on a higher level, you'll start getting those extra tokens paid out. All right. Now, I'm not going to go all through this. And matter of fact, I'm going to go back and post last night's call on the channel so that you can check that out. If you missed it, it was absolutely just to the T, no fluff. I mean, it breaks it down perfectly. And again, anybody who looks at this project and says, this isn't going to work, or this won't work, or this is a scam, and, you know, just because you bought the token high and the token is low right now, that it's a pump and dump. This is not that. We've seen a bunch of things, and this is the reason why this is the only crypto ecosystem that I talk about right now, because when I look at this and compare it to all of the other ecosystems that I've been a part of, those were trash. They just were, right? And you don't know until you see something like this that those were really trash, right? Crypto is a very hard thing to get to be involved in, right? It's very hard to make sustainable, right? In my eyes, it looks, you know, it looks like a Ponzi, or like it's going to fail in the beginning, right? It's until you create real use case, real purpose for it, that it can finally build sustainability, right? So let's look at it right here. All right. I'm just jumping right to this. Again, check out, I'll post the other video so that you can go back and watch it, because it was absolutely amazing. So the Hatch miners, right? Now we have new names for the miners, right? With the new branding. We start now, what was called a Lenny is now called a mover. what was called a what was it? We had Lenny, Ultra. No, I'm sorry. Dude, I can't even remember. Ultra, Alpha, Omega. I think I'm missing. What's the second one? The second that I'm missing. No. Lenny, Ultra, Alpha. No. Shoot, I can't even remember. Mine's going blank. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Hold on. I'll figure it out just real quick. And the reason is because I only had Omegas. I really didn't have any of the other ones, but it's crazy. My mind's going blank. Let me just go to Get Fit Mining.com. And again, the new dashboard is beautiful and it works, guys. So this is not like it's just for show. Like you can actually go in and use it. Primary. Gosh, dang it. I couldn't remember primary. So Lenny, right, is the mover. Primary is the trailblazer. Ultra is the explorer. Vanguard is Alpha is now the Vanguard. So these are the new names. Same thing, just new names, new branding. And of course, the Omega now is the Titan. You cannot earn a Titan from the hatchery. It has to be, because it is the premier miner, the top miner. You have to evolve to get there. So you'll take two of the Vanguards, eventually merge them together to get you a Titan, right? So those are the new ones, but you can see here what it takes inside of the hatchery to be able to get that miner. So if you want to hatch a mover, which you know, aka the Lenny, it takes double what it actually costs. So if it costs $50, that means you need $100 of MQT inside of the hatchery for 7 days to create the mover. You will need $200 in MQT to hatch, which was a primary, now a trailblazer, and it will take you 14 days. You need 350 to hatch an explorer, which was the ultra, 21 days to do that, and then $550 in MQT to hatch what was an alpha, now a Vanguard, and that takes 28 days, right? So 4 weeks. It's not long, right? If you're holding and you're a long-term holder anyway, like my tokens have just been sitting in my wallet anyways, they're not doing anything but just sitting there. So now I can leverage them. And then after these periods end, all of that MQT that you used, you claim, and it goes directly back to your wallet. All right. Now you have to ask yourself, well, how does this benefit the ecosystem? Right? Because there has to be some benefit to the ecosystem. We can't just give out these miners and then just boom. Yeah, that would inflate everything, or that would devalue everything, right? And we know on the Binance Smart Chain, there were a lot of things done that gave out miners, you know, just crazy low prices, and that did not work. So they're not doing that in this scenario, right? So what is it? Where's the cost, right? Where's the benefit to the ecosystem? Because if it doesn't benefit the ecosystem, there's no purpose in doing it. Here's how that happens. When you go into Hatch Your Miners, there is a fee that is required to enter that MQT into the hatchery. So for that mover, you need $3, which of $3 of AVAX, right, to submit that MQT into the hatchery. Now that that AVAX is what's supporting the ecosystem and the liquidity of the MQT token. So you can see right here, ecosystem fee, pay a small fee in AVAX to support the ecosystem, which provides liquidity for MQT. All right. So absolutely. I mean, this is a great thing. Number one, takes buying pressure. Takes the selling pressure away from MQT, adds more value to it actually, because now we can see that our MQT can be used to do something like this. So it makes that MQT more valuable. But not only that, it takes in AVAX, which goes into the liquidity of MQT. So $3 for that mover. One mover goes in, you spend $100, there's a $3 fee. You spend $6 for a trailblazer, $6 in AVAX, right? $200 in MQT, boom. And then what was it? $350 right, in MQT to get that Explorer, and it takes $12 worth of AVAX. And then $550 worth of MQT, you're going to need $24 in AVAX to be able to get that Vanguard miner. This all is great for the ecosystem. This all supports it, right? A lot of great things happen. You know, AVAX comes in to support the liquidity of the token. And then also we take the selling pressure away from MQT, because now you're putting it somewhere and it's going to work for you. You're not selling it, right? And what's going to happen here is we're going to start to see this chart even climb faster, because there's not going to be people selling. Yes, we will have traders that will have big amounts coming in and out of the ecosystem. They're going to do that regardless, right? There's nothing we can do about that. It's an open market. Anybody can buy and sell whenever they want, right? But those long-term believers in this project and ecosystem, we lock our MQT up for those short periods, up to 28 days. You're talking about 4 weeks. It's going to happen like that, right? But we get a reward now, right? And so it says Hatchery advantages utility for MQT, right? Utility, right? You got to have utility. You use the Hatchery and MQT to create miners, all right? Increase liquidity. Ecosystem fees support the long-term stability of the MQT liquidity pool. This is great. And you earn more assets, right? Hatched miners can be leased and used to mine MQT, and there is no lock-in. Your MQT is not locked, right? There is a period that you must leave it there to achieve the goal, right? But if you need, there's an emergency, you can withdraw it at any time. Just remember, when you withdraw before that period, it resets. You're going to have to pay that fee to come back in and start it all over, all right? So it supports market health, reduces circulating supply of MQT without burning, preserving token stability and value, right? We've taken a lot of MQT out of the market, right? There's a lot that's going to be there in 2060. We may, to be able to continue mining, right? But we've reduced that supply by a lot. These are things that if you don't really understand crypto, you may not understand what that means. And I think there are a lot of people who don't really understand those mechanisms that are happening, the things that are happening inside of the project that are creating this to be something that will be stable long term, right? We already heard Lynette say that if everyone wanted to sell all of their MQT that is in circulation right now, we could sell it for almost $9 per MQT. That's huge. Where can you sell all of the tokens and everybody still be able to get value for it? So if you don't understand what's happening here, it may not make sense to you. And I think there's a lot of people on the outside looking in that don't really understand it. They don't understand crypto. That's okay. All right. Scalable ecosystem. As the market value of MQT grows, the Hatchery scales with it, maintaining fair contributions of liquidity. Huge. That's a huge part, right? So again, this is incredible what's happening here. I'm not going to go into the full presentation of this because Lynette did that last night. She did an incredible job. Only 30% of the circulating supply can go in, and this is huge. This is why this is a time-sensitive opportunity. So let's get into why I say that. All right, let's jump over. Let's go to the actual dashboard. Again, this is just, man, looks beautiful what's happening here, right? This is beautiful, right? I mean, look how clean and good this thing looks, right? This is from the computer. Of course, you can do the same thing from, the web browser in your DeFi wallet. It will still pull this up just as you see it here, right? You can see all of this stuff. Let's go down to the Hatchery. Here we go. Hatchery. So right now, we've already got 43.6% of that 100K MQT inside of the Hatchery. By the end of today, this just happened a couple of hours ago. By the end of today, I believe this 100K of MQT will be in the Hatchery, and this will close. This is something that if you want to be a part of, you want to act today, because it's not going to be here past today. I don't think. I really don't think it will. There's 300 and something thousand in supply right now. So a third of that supply can go into this. But after this happens, there are people on the other side of the world that are, sleeping, that are going to wake up. And I think this is going to fill. right? And if it doesn't happen today, probably within the next 24 or 48 hours, this locks up and you miss that opportunity. And honestly, I don't think this will open back up for more MQT to go in. I don't think it's even a good idea. I think that this is an opportunity for those that act fast. And so, what should you be doing? Right? Number one, you should be, if you're wanting to participate in this, you need AVAX. So you have to have AVAX, right? Because each one has a fee of AVAX that's associated with it. You can see it here, 3, 6, 12, 24, right? And then you need your MQT in that same wallet. Now, you can see down here, I've been going to work all morning. I've got a ton of Vanguards. I didn't get anything else. I don't want anything else. I want the best miner. I want, when the leasing opens up, I want to be the person to say, hey, look, I have the best miner. People are going to want to come to me. And you can see I accidentally did a mover in there, which is fine. It's okay. I did one. I don't know. I don't even really care to have that, but I did one by accident in the beginning. Maybe I'll just close it out and reopen it up, but I don't want to lose my fee. So it's fine. We'll leave it there for 7 days. We'll have a mover and we'll put that in there as well. So what does this process look like, right? If you're wanting to do this, right? All right. Now, this is just me. You may have ideas to do movers, trailblazers, explorers, and vanguards, a mixture, or you might just want to do one or the other. I'm going to do a vanguard for you right here so you can see what that looks like. All right. So I'm going to click on incubate. It's going to spend. It's going to bring up your wallet where you will then have a cap. All right. You're going to have to approve that small fee, 5-cent fee to run that transaction. Got to give it a second to let it process the transaction. Let's hope this works on the first time. And I mean, and look, there are chances that you could get an error. There's a lot of people doing this at the same time. If it happens, just refresh and come back. So now it's asking me for my AVAX, right? So now I have to pay that $24 fee in AVAX, right? So now I'm going to submit that. It's going to incubate. It's going through the process. My wallet is over here working and thinking. Let's make sure it didn't fail or anything. And see, look, here it did. I think that it just failed, right? I don't think it went through. This can happen, right? Because again, there's a lot of people that are doing this at the same time. So let's just go back. And most of the time I actually did this, I did it from my phone. For me, that seemed to work a little bit smoother than trying to do it from the desktop. But either way will work. I was able to successfully do it both ways. Let's see if we can get it to actually complete. Let's see if it works this time. And once you get this message, congratulations, incubation started. You know that you have completed it. That number went up from 66 to 67, and it is there. And let's just see. I still have a little bit of AVAX in my wallet. Yep, let's just run another one real quick while we're here. And I just want to give a big shout out to the developer for getting this stuff done, before Thanksgiving, and just giving us some, something to build on, right? Something exciting to bring into the holiday. So that was incredible work there. When this launched this morning, there was a few little errors that kind of happened, but they worked it out really, really fast. They got this thing up and going pretty quick. And as you can see, their MQT, already over 43,000 MQT have been used to go into the hatchery. So, and there it is. It has started. And then boom, now I got 68. So you can see all of these down here. If you just for whatever needed to collect or claim early, you can. All right. Just remember, you don't receive your miner and you don't get that feedback, right? You had to spend that fee. You do get all your MQT back, right? You will get that back. It just, you just don't get the fee, right? Or the miner. And you can see here the leasing is coming soon here, the marketplace, and then the quests. All these things are going to be so massive for this ecosystem. This is going to give people the ability now to take all of these miners to put them over out in the leasing. And then we're going to have communities, whole entire communities. There's going to be a lot of, people from countries where, they don't earn as much. They don't make as much. They don't have the funds to come in and buy Titans and Vanguards and all of these other ones, right? But they can come here and lease at a much lower cost. And then now that creates a monthly income for the person that's leasing, right? So this is massive. This is going to be huge. This is your real estate, right? This is your chance to get your real estate, to be able to have those miners and to be able to move into the leasing. Look at this, 46% now. I think when we started this, it was at 43. So every time you go back and you refresh this, you're seeing that, this thing is moving. Look at the incubation number was in the 1900s. Now it's over 2000. So, this may not last maybe a couple of hours. So, get that AVAX in your wallet, take your MQT if you want, that's up to you. This is not any type of a financial advice to you. This is a choice that you get to make to decide whether or not you want to do that or not. It's up to you. Right. And just to jump over here real quick, let's just see what's kind of happening over here. Still at that $19 range. I think we saw a little bit of a sell-off, right? Because some people were needing AVAX, right, to go into the hatchery. So of course, as of this morning, we've kind of seen about $1.50, maybe. Yeah, about $1.50 or so, come down, but people still buying, people still selling. All right. Because guess what? If you want to go in the hatchery, you got to go buy some MQT. All right. So people go in there, they buy the MQT, then they can come in here. And instead of using the MQT to buy the miner and never getting that MQT back, you can take the MQT, put it in the hatchery, get the miners, and then get all of your MQT back at the end. So yeah, pretty amazing what's happening with this. I'm excited about it. I think it's a great thing that is happening. So act fast. Let me stop my screen share, jump back over. Let's just see if there's any questions or anyone who has anything. Let's see. So Christopher Dodd says, my hatchlings are now in incubation. Congrats, Christopher. Congrats for getting it in there. Big thing. Let's see. Anthony, ARP, big thing I learned was the AVAX fees come from your external DApp wallet and not your internal. That is absolutely correct. Once I figured that out, everything was smooth. Yes. So this AVAX does need to be in the MetaMask wallet, not in the internal wallet of the app. That is just for your submissions and claims. So you don't have to put anything in that internal wallet. Just have it in your external wallet. I see David Champ himself, live presentation of Money Making Machine. Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be able to benefit here. Primary. Oh, you helped me out. There it is, primary. My mind went blank. I hadn't seen a primary in so long. I forgot the name. And then he says, Champ, do you prefer privately leasing your miners or put them in the global market? I haven't even thought about that. That is a good question. I may do something for the community, just have some that are available just to, this community, my Crypto Pays Me Daily community. Then I may have some that go in the global market as well. So my goal is to have all Vanguards and eventually all Titans, so that I have the best miner to put on the marketplace, which I think would be most attractive to people, wanting to lease. So yeah. But I don't see any questions. I don't see anything else here in the chat. So that's it. I mean, I don't think we'll have to go any further. This is pretty simple. It's not a whole lot to get yourself confused about. So go out, take advantage of it. We've got at least a few hours, I think, before the remaining, what is it, 54%, 53.9%. Let's just refresh real quick. Let's see. Look at that. I mean, it just, every time you come back, it's moving up. So that's another 20 incubations that happened from the last time we looked. So I don't think this is going to take a whole lot of time. I think by the end of today, this thing is done. I could be wrong. It could be tomorrow. It could be the next day. But I think once people really figure it out and understand what's happening, it's going to go quickly. There was somebody in the chat earlier I saw said, what's the hatchery? And so there's some people who just aren't plugged in. They don't know what's happening, but they're going to cost themselves, missing out on this particular opportunity. So hopefully you take advantage of it. Hopefully you don't miss out. Oh, I didn't show you that. I'm sorry. I thought I was sharing my screen, but yeah. So you can see right here. I don't want to unlock my iPad. All right. But you can see here, look, it went up again, 46.7. So every time you refresh, this thing is, another 10, 20, 30 incubation. So again, I don't think it's going to take very long. Take advantage of it. Don't miss out on it. All right, guys. That's really all I got. I know a lot of people might be traveling for the holiday. So, everyone have safe travels wherever you may go. I know I'm going to go and see my parents and my brother and sister-in-law and my niece and my nephews and probably some of my cousins as well. So excited about that. But safe travels wherever you might be going. Enjoy the holiday, right? Gonna have some good food, some football. My Dallas Cowboys will be playing tomorrow again, doing our Thanksgiving Day tradition. Even though we are banged up at the moment, hey, we still ride or dies. So yeah, while leasing must have a phone or watch doc. That is without actively mining. While leasing, must one have a phone or watch docked? We don't know the specifics yet on the leasing, so I'm not sure. That's a good question, right? I don't think you're gonna have to have an active, my watch or phone. I don't think. But I'm not sure. So that'll be a good question to ask in one of the chats. So, but that's it, guys. That's all I got for you. If, again, any questions, just put them in the chat. Enjoy your holiday, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right, Mr. CPMD, I'm out. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.